Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review Season 2 of Awkwafina is Nora from Queens. And this is a show created by Awkwafina herself, and starring her, Lori Chinn as her grandma, B.D. Wong as her dad, and Bowen Yang as Edmund, her cousin. And this show is from Comedy Central, and focuses on Nora's life in Queens and, not always doing the best for herself and getting caught up in all kinds of crazy stuff. And this second season continued all those things and took each of these characters into some interesting directions. And starting off small, you have Edmund, who's really struggling with trying to find his place. They had a whole messed up scenario at the end of the first season, and he's back and he's trying to become an actor, and there's a whole entire episode where he's outshined by Nora just doing random stuff on set, and then these filmmakers are enamored by her and he's jealous. And also he's the crux for the two-part season finale where they go off to LA and then Nora has to come back and gets caught up in this weird cult society with Haley Joel Osment in it, who falls in love with her, and it's just really weird and awkward and makes for some great humor. And that's the big thing, right, about this show is there's a lot of awkwardness, there's a lot of absurdity, and you have B.D. Wong's character who's developing this deeper relationship with Jennifer Esposito's character Brenda, and I really like them together, and I like seeing them shipped up together in the show. And he has a whole episode where he reconnects with his friends, and they're both middle-aged, divorced, and just throwing caution to the wind. And you really appreciate Wally, B.D. Wong's character, for him sticking to his guns and realizing what he really wants. And you have an awkwardness of hey, these two are trying to get together. They each have their own kids, and the awkwardness between Nora and her son, and do they like each other and stuff like that. There's a whole entire episode where they lose power and do some really weird things, they're hanging out together, and Brenda's son is watching pornography with the grandma, who the grandma is the real MVP of the show. And there's a whole entire episode where her and her old friends, they're getting scammed, and one of the best one-liners in the whole entire show is how she reacts to the person trying to scam her on the phone. But that whole entire episode with her and her friends is so much fun because she just has perfect comedic timing. Her delivery, she really embodies this character, and it's in the first season where she has a whole entire backstory as a Korean drama. It's just absolutely hilarious, and she brings so much fun to every single episode. And then you have Nora, and Awkwafina's, she's grown on me a lot. I think she's really funny, and she's really talented as an actress as well. And there's a lot of absurdity and surrealist kind of humor. She goes through time at one point during one of these episodes, and you have all these weird, awkward scenarios that she really plays up, and she's able to play this slacker who you still want to root for. And, that's played up a lot of the time. And yeah, there's a lot of scenarios you might have seen in other shows before, and she brings her unique spin to it. And I think the supporting characters also go a long way in terms of making this a fun and enjoyable show. And this particular season, I felt like everybody got a chance to shine and develop a bit more, especially Wally's character. And I really felt for him, and I really enjoyed B.D. Wong in the show. But like I said before, still and always, Lori Chinn is the real MVP of Nora from Queens, because Grandma is hilarious and she's so much fun. And I think the second season continues the energy of the first one. And I don't know if I would say one's better than the other, but it continues the quality and the laughs. So I have a ball watching this show, and I hope you all go check it out if you haven't seen it. It's on Hulu, and that's how I've been watching at least Hulu Live. I think I watched the original first season on HBO Max, so it might also be on there as well, but it's worth checking out. But those are my thoughts on the second season of Awkwafina is Nora from Queens. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some TV. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.